what you are seeking is actually closer than you think. Where you're going is actually more attainable than you know. And your visions, your goals, your dreams, all of those things are actually a lot more accessible than you think they are. You just have to get out of your own way. Now that's one way to put it. It's a very simple way to put it. And I'll break this down. I was watching a movie called Warrior, I believe, and Tom Hardy plays a mixed martial artist. Nick Nolte plays his father, I think. And Nick Nolte is pleading with Tom Hardy. He says, please let me coach you, let me coach you, let me be your coach. We'll do it like old times. And Tom Hardy takes some time to think about it. And then Tom finally says, okay, all right, I'll let you do it. And then Nick Nolte, kind of has a private celebration like, yes. And then he says something that I don't even know if it was scripted. It was to himself. Just pulls it right out of the air. And he says, the devil you know. I didn't understand that at the time. Matter of fact, I was very confused when Nick Nolte said, the devil you know. Because what does that mean? Why would you want a devil even around you? And why would you even know a devil? And I looked it up, and part of the saying is the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. And the devil that we know many times is an obstacle or a hurdle or a wall that we allow in our lives. We give it, we let it live rent-free in our lives. And if we don't take inventory of the devil we know, then we simply allow it to be in our lives. And the title of this video may have caught you because you may not think that you get in your own way. You may not think that you postpone yourself. You may not think that you delay yourself. But in fact, you do. And you've probably been doing it for a long time, just as I have. We get in our way many, 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 many times. And you may wonder why. Why do we do that? Why would we set obstacles and hurdles and walls and limitations and all sorts of things between us and the thing that we want, between us and the place that we're going? Why would we do that? And one of the answers is, simply put, the devil you know. There is a comfort in reliving or looping a certain scenario. There is a comfort that comes with having something happen again just as it did before. And then you get to say, see, look, it happened again. It just did it again. So now you've built a familiarity with this scenario. There was actually a real MMA fighter. He suffered greatly with addiction. Championship fighter, never lost. But however, he would go out the night before each fight. And he explained in an interview that he would partially do that so that if he lost the next day, he could say, yep, see, that's why I lost, because I was out partying last night, because I was out late and I didn't get any sleep. He built in an excuse for the potential future of him losing. He was banking on himself not winning. And we may not believe that we bank on ourselves to lose, or we bank on ourselves to not succeed, or we bank on ourselves to essentially fail. But we do. We do it all the time. And the reason that we don't recognize it is because it builds in comfort. You have to understand the algorithm as it was taught to me is you have something that happens, and from that thing that happens, you then say, okay, that happened. And you build a story connected to what happens. Now the story, it's not real. You can build any story from anything that happens. But whatever the story is, it then informs you of the way things are. I cannot ever, I can't shake the moment, the months of my sophomore year on the high school swim team. I don't know if I've ever worked physically harder than that in my life. And I did everything that was asked of me, everything that I was supposed to do, the two-a-days, everything. And I still in my mind didn't believe that I would get the time that I was looking for, the PR, or the success that I was thinking I would get. And at the end, no matter how good I was or how great I did in practice, I ended up falling very short. Very, 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 very short. I was supposed to go to this JV meet and just wipe the deck with them. And that did not happen, and I was devastated. But a part of me at the end of it said, well, see, look, that's what happens. That's how my life works. And I felt some sense of accomplishment in failure. And that was something I'll never forget. I had built in an excuse already, so when it happened, I could say, oh, well, this is what happens. This is my life, you know? That's it. Fortunately for this MMA fighter, he never lost. So even though he had a built-in excuse, he still kept succeeding. But it's imperative to know, what are the devils that you know that you're allowing in your life? And what are the devils that you don't know that you're actively pushing out? And we can remove the word devil and just say, what are the familiarities that you're allowing in your life? And what are the things outside of it that you know will help you, that you know will support your victory, you know will support your life, and you're keeping them out because they're unfamiliar to you? How many of those things are there? How many things have you pushed away actively just so you can relive the story? I think it's extremely important for us to take inventory of that. There's a line in The Alchemist, I believe. At the end of it, the alchemist gives money. He pays back money to one of the characters in the book, and the character says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't give you this much money. I don't deserve this much money that you're giving to me." And the alchemist says, "Shh! Don't ever say that. Life may be listening." And again, in a lot of these videos, you'll see this pattern and theme: how powerful our words are, how powerful our thoughts are. When we believe that we need an excuse or a safeguard for when we expect to fail, it's more powerful than you know. It is already created the scenario that you are dreading. And if we tell this to ourselves enough, we build out what is called a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the answer to why do you get in your own way? Why do you postpone yourself? Why do you delay yourself? It's because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And perhaps you've built some comfort or familiarity around the idea of not getting to where you want to go, of not achieving the thing you set out to achieve, or not getting the thing that you want, or not being the person that you hope or dream that you can be. And so when we look at these things, these visions, these dreams, these goals that we have, take inventory of every single devil that you know, and that may even be thoughts and words that you're using right now. It could be people around you, it could be your environment. What are you allowing in your life that is actively not supporting your goals or where you want to go? What are you allowing in your life that is perpetually setting you back? And then get rid of it. Or simply change the language. Change the repetitive, ongoing, kind of like language in your head. What are you saying to yourself? How do you see yourself? Really take inventory of the devils that you know. And I'll leave you with this, in that the comfort that we've built around getting in our own way, start to think what happens when you get out of your own way. What happens when you use language that supports your desires or your goals? What happens when you start to believe you already are the person that you hope to be?